You've got Joe Biden. He is the most prominent Democrat in the country, president of the United States. Here is the kind of soaring Periclean rhetoric that we're getting from President Joe Biden.
I'm also sending to Congress a comprehensive package of that will enhance our underlying effort to accommodate the Russian oligarchs and make sure we take their ill-begotten gains. We're going to accommodate them. We're going to seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy and the guys who are the kleptocracies. But these are bad guys.
Ha 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 ha. Now, you know what the Democrats do? When Joe Biden just stumbles over his own words, has no idea what he's saying, can't pronounce certain words, uses words in a way that don't make any sense whatsoever, repeats himself within the very same breath. When he does all of that, when he shows obvious signs of cognitive decline, the libs say, oh, well, you know, that's his childhood stutter. That's what they say. They trotted this line out during the 2020 election, and specifically at the Democrat National Convention in 2020. They had to explain Joe Biden's obvious senility. And so they said, well, it's because of this childhood stutter. And the libs just went with that. They said, yes, it's the childhood stutter. I had liberal friends and relatives tell me, they said, no, Michael, you know, what we hear is that's just the way Joe Biden always was. What are you talking about? Biden's been in politics for 50 years. You know what he always was. Did you forget so soon? This is obviously a marked change. They say, no, just a childhood stutter. What, a childhood stutter that disappeared for 70 years and then just came back in the man's late 70s, roaring with a vengeance? No, of course not. That's insane. It cannot be overstated how dramatic the cognitive decline of Joe Biden has been in recent years. Just to compare it, I'm just picking a clip at random. There's a clip that was going around the internet. This is Joe Biden 20 years ago yelling at a U.S. Marine while he was senator from Delaware. The context actually doesn't really matter. Listen to this man and tell me that the only thing that's wrong with Joe Biden today is a childhood stutter.
I respectfully suggest they have a responsibility slightly above your pay grade. Slightly above your pay grade. To decide whether or not to take the nation to war alone, or to take the nation to war partway, or to take the nation to war halfway. That's a real tough decision. That's why they get paid the big bucks. That's why they get the limos and you don't. I mean this sincerely. I'm not trying to be flip, because I think, and that's why I said at the outset, the reason why I'm glad you did what you did, we should come to our milk. We should make a decision. But in terms of whether the Secretary of State has no more to consider than you do as the arms inspector. You didn't get in, didn't get my job done, get me in. Period. You made the deal, right? That's the deal. A deal's a deal. Get me in. Scott Ritter, I'm ready to go. It's not how it works.
So Joe Biden is the same nasty man that he's been his whole career. We kind of forget that because he's created this image. Really, the establishment media have created this image of nice old happy Uncle Joe licking an ice cream cone. He's not a nice guy. He's a very, very nasty man who's done very nasty things throughout his career. And he always uses weird phrases. That's nothing new either. Got to come to our milk, okay? We got to. And so those sort of weird colloquialisms, folky sayings, that has been part of Joe's career too. But that's not what we're seeing. When Joe Biden says, and the Russian yachts and the kleptom, who's Winona Ryder and anyway, bad guys, huh? When he does that, it's not a stutter that's happening, okay? It's not just some lifelong speech affliction that he's had. It's because he's in clear cognitive decline. He's got 1/1000th the energy today that he had 20 years ago. Forget 20 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. During the Biden administration, or during the Obama administration, rather. When he was the vice president, Biden had much more energy and acuity. He's never been the brightest bulb in the pack, but he at least had a kind of political sharpness. That's gone. That's totally gone. And he seems vacant. He seems very much in trouble. Did you like that clip? I'm glad you did. You got to ring the bell and subscribe. That way you'll get notifications for all the clips and all the special interviews and all the special breakouts and all the episodes and the whole Michael Knowles Show universe. You got to subscribe. Also, go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you get your audio podcasts. Type in The Michael Knowles Show if you would be so kind. leave a 5-star review, and we'll see you next time.